connections grow when we make space for it, whether it's with our open mind, loving heart, or helping hand. In the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, I was inspired by this new name for a familiar feeling, sonder. Sonder, noun or verb. The realization that each random passerby is the main character of their own story, in which you are just an extra in the background. John Koenig writes about experiencing sonder on the highway, seeing all the cars, and thinking about the drivers and the passengers whose stories he may never know. I notice this overwhelming sense of wonder when I'm in a really big crowd, especially on a busy sidewalk in Manhattan, even more specifically, a place I've only been a few times, but I always remember. There are so many people. If I'm walking on the sidewalk, it feels like an ocean of waves of people and faces coming toward me and going past. They all have their own story, their own experiences, their own joys and sorrows. I wonder, is this a wondering that has popped into your head now and then when you think about the vastness of our human world? There can be a longing to know and a longing to connect. Most of the words in this dictionary have a twinge of longing, and that feels timely right now. This sense of hoping for something more, this yearning for something else. And there are moments of connection found in these pages, when the reader sees their abstract experiences named and then acknowledged. And those names and connections and acknowledgments were one of the goals of the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. And one of the goals of Unitarian Universalism, as I see it, is to be a people of connection. And here at UU Nashua, authentic connection is one of our core values, and I love that. We make connections through learning together, reading books and talking about them, taking classes. But more importantly, we make connections with the other people who are around us. We are invited to share our true selves, to share honestly and thoughtfully. And we do this in many ways. And it often starts with our names. As a person who grew up Unitarian Universalist, I am all about name tags at church. Every September in my childhood, I would have a chance to write my new name tag on the little piece of paper that I would carefully put inside this sharp plastic holder with a very sharp metal pin. They were all handwritten back then. And many of you know, but not all, that my given name is Sarah. I was Sarah until first grade. In kindergarten, I was aware of how many other Sarahs there were in the world, especially in my new school. And my father and I decided it might be time for a nickname. So we looked it up. We looked up nicknames for Sarah, and we found 3. There's probably more, but we found 3: Sue, Sally, and Sadie. I had never heard the name Sadie before, and when I did, I knew it was me. So there I was, 1986 in September, writing my new name at church. And Sadie has been my name ever since. I don't think that's the only reason I like name tags at church. but it's one of them. And I love that I get to begin to meet the people around me when I start with their names. I also love here that we share our pronouns as well. We share how we want to be known. So given my love for name tags, I was surprised when Romy Valdez, we began working together to start a new meditation and mindful living group here because he told me he didn't want name tags. I haven't admitted this to him yet, but it caused me a little bit of discomfort, anxiety, wonder, curiosity, and courage. Romy was not asking us to stay anonymous. What he does is he invites everyone to say their own name before they share with the group. Every Thursday, we meet here. We go around and share our intentions at the beginning of the evening and start with our name. And then when we share at the end of the meeting, we continue to share our name. That way we truly get to know those who we are with in that moment. And even if we don't remember someone's name, they're going to say it again the next time that they speak. And we can always ask. Romy is highly skilled and very generous. He will often thank the speaker by name after they have shared as well. Thank you, Sadie. This is one of the many ways that we have built connections since this program began. Romy leads our meditation and mindful living group almost every Thursday since January. Did you know we have a group of almost 70 people on the email list? And we have about 20 or 30 who join every Thursday. 1/3 are from our congregation, and 2/3 are from our wider community. We are building connections. We set up a circle of chairs most of the times that we gather. And Romy seamlessly weaves together his years of study in psychology and his training in Buddhism. He guides us with meditation and chants, postures, and gongs that send vibrations throughout this entire room. On the deep gong meditation nights, we're invited to bring yoga mats, blankets, pillows. We are so comfortable. And we are connected with the sound and the space that we create with those around us. And at the closing of our sessions, and sometimes periodically throughout, we are invited to reflect on how that experience is going for us. How did it go for us that day? As we listen to our friends share what they felt, what was challenging, what was comforting, it might help us articulate something that we didn't quite have words for yet. Sometimes the sharing starts off slowly, and then more and more will begin to chime in with their name and what they felt that evening. This slowly shifts the seemingly solitary inner work of meditation into a communal conversation of connection. Connection grows when we make room to hear about the experiences of others who have just shared that same time and space with us. Connection grows when we are when the part of the experience we just had is shared, almost, not always exactly, but in a similar way. Sometimes we all hear the ocean. Other times it feels like we are in a forest looking up at the sky. Connection grows when we tell our stories. And every Thursday evening, this sanctuary is filled with gratitude for our mindful meditations, for this shared space, for the lingering sounds and vibrations you may still feel on your skin and in your heart, and for the reflection, and for the community we have gathered. We are grateful. This meditation and mindful living group is one way that we nurture connections. Don't we need authentic connections these days? We seek to offer so many ways for us to connect here at UU Nashua and beyond. And I hope you find what feels right for you. Many of our groups who gather here gather with a shared life experience or a life stage. I'm grateful that Michael will be leading our caregivers group after church today. And this past Tuesday, we had our 20s and 30s group inviting new members, and we did a tasty cookie taste test and then played games. It was good. We also have our elderberries, our older than 60 crew. They enjoy lunches and social gatherings, and this summer, they'll be leading one of our summer worship services. So we have these two groups for social connection, and I have heard a longing and a request for more. Could we have a social group for someone beyond the youngest and the oldest of our adults? Yes. I think if we build it, you will come. So starting in the fall, we plan to host a monthly game night. That's how we'll start. Adults of all generations can come and play games, whether you want to bring your favorite from home or pull from our extensively growing game library. We don't have the day or the time, but it'll be just the right one. And Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings are where we have a special chance for connection, right here. We gather for 1 hour, maybe a little longer, as we start our week together. Sunday mornings offer a special, unique time where this might be the only place in your week where you are with every other generation. How else can you experience those levels of community during your week? But here we are. We come to wonder. We come to sing. We come to listen, to feel, and to connect. And we connect when we share our stories. So let's take a moment to share, shall we? I'm going to invite you all into the participatory part of our service. We are all filled with so many stories. And I'm going to share with you a practice that I have started at some point during my life, where I ask a question in a conversation, and it might be, does your necklace have a story? Or, do your shoes have a story? And I'm going to invite you to think, what do you have with you today? Or what do you see around this room that has one of your stories? Doesn't have to be the longest story. A little moment about you that you would be up for sharing with somebody sitting near you. If you're not ready to share, that's okay. But I invite you shortly to form a pair or a group of 3 or 4, and we'll just take some time to share our stories, make some connections. And it could start with, this necklace has a story, or this bag has a story. We'll take a few minutes for this, and then I will call you back with a chime. Please share your stories.